So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for the Jets, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.
Well, I couldn't be any more excited about who's joining us here today. She's one of the most popular and prominent voices on discussions related to sports and pop culture. And of course, when you're not listening to my podcast, you're probably listening to hers, appropriately titled The Nia Polanco Show. Nia, it is great to have you on the podcast.
Well, thank you for having me on, Kevin. You know, it's a nice change of pace to be in the guest seat instead of the host seat.
Yeah, you know, a little change of role. But now, look, you've been at it for, what is it, a little over a year now, hosting your show, am I right?
Yeah, it's been about 15 months now. We debuted last spring.
Okay, so you're a savvy old veteran now, and I know in these 15 months, you've managed to cross paths with just about every big name in sports and entertainment. But there's one athlete in particular, Nia, I have to ask you about. You were there on draft night. You watched him get chosen by the Jets with their top pick. I think you know where I'm going here.
Yeah, you know, I think I've had more people ask me about him than maybe any of my other guests, which really surprised me initially. It was a great interview, and he was way more candid than I expected he would be. But I think I might have underestimated how culturally relevant he already is.
Exactly. And, you know, that makes two of us. And it wasn't really until the past few weeks that I really started to realize just how much of an impact he's having, obviously on the field, but also off of it. So Nia, let's focus on that off-the-field part for a moment. Because from what I hear, he's got a terrific support system that deserves some of the praise. Am I right?
I think it's fair to give some credit to his inner circle. He brought his agent, Jordan Wright, with him on the show, and you can tell that she's providing some great guidance on how to handle himself. Not saying he wouldn't have figured it out on his own, but he's got his team in place, and that's very important for a young athlete.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's no question. You know, and honestly, it's refreshing to see, so kudos to him. All right, so let's talk about your podcast. And it's funny, I was listening to, I think it was your most recent episode. And it's not often when you hear someone call attention to this subject.
Hey, what's up, bud? I know you're at practice right now. Just wanted to check in and let you know that as long as my flights are on time, I'll be at the stadium by kickoff on Sunday. Until then, I'm busy expanding my empire from one client to hopefully 2. Wish me luck. Talk to you soon.
Hey, greetings from LA, superstar. I just finished having some of the best sushi you could ever ask for, but I don't want to make you too jealous. But listen, I've been hustling like crazy out here, and I've got a lot of stuff lined up for us for when we come out here together on your bye week. You're a wanted man out here in Cali, bruh. I'll get you the details later on, though.